Thanks for joining us. I'm Kate Vanneman.
And I'm Phil Wrighthouse. For news about a revolutionary video game getting a 2009 makeover and other video game innovations, we head to Kyle Bloyd in this week's Tech Minute.
Hey everyone, ID Software opened its Quake Live project for public beta this week. Quake Live is a browser-based adaptation of the first-person shooter classic. Quake Live allows users to play the game online against other players all around the world through their web browser. It also extends functionality by giving users a profile for their account and offers features similar to a social network for connecting to other players. The game also features a player matching system that will evaluate your playstyle and match you with other players accordingly. IGN.com has published an article highlighting what they will feel will be the gaming technologies to watch in 2009. The article covers interaction devices, hardware, and display devices. Among the technologies listed, IGN puts 3D displays among the big techs to look for. 3D displays allow simulated depth, much like that seen in 3D movies, but generated real time. IGN foresees a big impact to come from Blu-ray SuperDisc, which packs 16 layers onto a single disc, bringing the storage capacity up to 400 gigs, all remaining compatible with current Blu-ray player technology. And baseball season is almost here, and new games are set to be released this month. Thankfully, developer 2K Sports has taken it upon themselves to get rid of a bad habit that has long plagued sports games. Here's how announcers have typically sounded.
Lincecum gets set and delivered. Damon tracks it down.
And here's how they sound now in MLB 2K9.
And it's Derek Jeter in the box now. And last year, the most hits for this club. Kazmir sets and throws.
It's called No Stitch Commentary. Look for it on shelves the first week of March. That's the news. I'm Kyle Bloyd, and now you know.
Most of us have seen the weather on TV and heard phrases like partly cloudy, chance of scattered showers, and breezy winds. However, most people don't know that these terms have very specific meanings. Let's go to Brian Wolf to learn more about the weather terminology.
Hello, I'm Brian Wolf, and in this week's Weather Notes, we're going to talk about some of the terminology that you hear forecasters use that is very specific, so we're going to get into that. Right now, first we're going to talk about cloud terminology. Now, you'll notice I've got this divided out into day and night. Some of you may have always wondered throughout your lives, isn't partly sunny the same thing as partly cloudy? Well, yes, you are correct, but we use the term partly sunny during the daytime and we use the term partly cloudy during the nighttime. Now, when we do say these terms, it generally means, when we say partly, that means about 38 to 63% of the sky is going to be cloudy. Now, if we say cloudy, it's the same day or night, and that's where we see the entire sky filled with clouds. And then mostly cloudy works as light cloudy as well, where it is the same both during the daytime and nighttime. And that's when you get about the sky 3/4 the way filled. Now, heading on down, mostly sunny and mostly clear. It's the same thing, again, just the difference between daytime and nighttime, and that's when we see about 1/4 of the sky. And then sunny and clear is what we use whenever we're referring to a cloudless sky. Now, switching over and looking at some of the terminology we use with precipitation. You can see here, if there's a 10% chance of precipitation, you will normally hear forecasters say there is a slight chance, or we'll see isolated showers. Now, as the percentages start to go up, you can see 30, 40, and 50%, you will see forecasters use the term chance instead of slight chance. And instead of saying we'll see isolated showers, that's when a forecaster will say we will see scattered showers across the area. And then as it heads on down closer to 100%, precipitation is expected over a wide basis. So there's no term for that. Now, switching to wind speeds here, this is where things start to get complicated a little bit. You see just a mile per hour between 0 and 5 miles per hour. We normally say that the winds are going to be light and variable that day, but as we start to increase the wind speed 15 to 25 miles per hour, we normally use a few terms. Now, if it's mild outside, we'll say it's going to be breezy that day. If it's a little colder, we're going to say it's going to be brisk, and if it's really cold and you get some gusty winds, that is when you will hear the term blustery used. And then again, as the wind speeds continue to go up over 40 miles per hour, we will use terms like strong, damaging, and then you'll also see a high wind warning issued. And finally, we're going to take a look at some of the time. You'll hear forecasters often say, well, we're going to see some scattered showers and thunderstorms today or tonight. Well, what that means is when you hear the term today, that generally means that's valid between 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. And then throughout the day, you can see it relatively works when we're talking about this afternoon. That generally means noon until 6 o'clock p.m. and then this evening, 6 p.m. until midnight. So let's toss it back to Phil and Kate in the studio.
Now let's see what's going on in the area with this week's community calendar.
The Irish Tenors pair up with the Lafayette Symphony Orchestra on March 6th at 8 p.m. They will be performing at Elliott Hall of Music. The tenors will perform traditional Gaelic folk songs, ballads, and melodies. Tickets are $20 to $38 for adults and $15 to $25 for those 18 and younger.
What could make watching the latest James Bond movie on a big screen TV even better? Well, how about adding bowling? The Union Rack and Roll is showing Quantum of Solace on March 1st from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Bowl and watch for $5 for students or not $8 for non-students.
The FAFSA deadline for financial aid is March 1st. The free application must be filed by March 1st and can be done online at www.fafsa.edu.gov, or you can contact Purdue's Division of Financial Aid at 765-494-0998.
Fowler Hall will be playing the movie The Wizard of Oz with an alternate soundtrack, The Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd, and what they call the Dark Side of Oz. This will be March 6th from midnight to 2:30 a.m. If interested, tickets are $2 for students or $4 for non-students.
On Saturday, February 28th at 11:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., Exciting Science at Purdue will be held in Lilly Hall of Life Sciences in room 1105. The event is presented by the College of Science and is designed for high school freshmen and sophomores.
If you didn't have the opportunity to catch the Hanson Theater's presentation of Dracula, you still have a chance. More shows will be run on March the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th at 7:30 p.m. March the 7th will also have an afternoon showing at 3 p.m.
Want to be a king or queen? Well, you can. Come close and become Purdue royalty. The annual Homecoming King and Queen information session will be held on March 9th in Stewart Center, room 214A at 6:30 p.m. Don't sit around when the crowns can be yours.
And don't forget, basketball fans, Purdue men's basketball hosts Ohio State at 4 p.m. on Saturday. There are also still some tickets available for the final regular season game against Northwestern on March the 4th at 6:30 p.m. They are being sold for $24 per ticket. Thanks for watching, and back to the studio.
Columbian author Ernesto Galindo has released a new book and chose the Tippecanoe County Public Library to host the book launch. Erica Mills has more about the party and the new book, how it was honored.
On Wednesday, February 18th, a book signing took place at the Tippecanoe Public Library in Lafayette. Colombian author Ernesto Galindo talked about his first book, which tells a story about a friendship between a tree and a monkey. During the event, Galindo read excerpts from his book and advised parents to read the book and then to tell the story to their children. The event was a huge success, leaving very few open seats. Following the discussion, the audience was able to purchase the book. The book cost only $10. Each person was then able to have their copy of the book dedicated and signed by Galindo himself. The book is being personally sold by Galindo. For more information about how to purchase the book, email GALINESTO@hotmail.com or EGALINDOPEREZ@gmail.com. This is Erica Mills reporting for Fast Track.
That's all the time we have for this week. Don't forget to visit our website at web.ics.purdue.edu/fasttrack or look for Fast Track Purdue on YouTube.
And for everyone here at Fast Track, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.